Hello world, Shelly here, and today I've got for you something new, kinda old actually. I am going to unbox and try on some Ipsy. You might have noticed across the YouTubes that Ipsy has started sending PR, and your geek here got on the Ipsy list. Kind of surprised that they have any idea who I am. Not surprised that I'd be a good candidate for it. I subscribed to Ipsy for a couple of years. I only recently unsubscribed from all of my subscriptions when I bought my new Jeep because my car payment went up by $400 a month. And I know there's a lot of trees here on my property, but I've checked. Money doesn't grow on any of them. So I canceled my subscriptions in order to afford my new car payment. Totally worth it. Love my Jeep. Love my Jeep. But I have missed my Ipsy bags. So Ipsy has a new thing they call Open Studio. It is a PR sort of a thing. They send me both the Ipsy bag and the Ipsy Plus. And both Glam Bags are here for me to check out. I'm wearing them on my face. Let's talk a little bit about some of the non-makeup wearing things that are in the bag so that we can get on with the makeup. They picked a really good month to target someone like me. Halloween is awesome. I also come from a history of having a very goth aesthetic. I love the goth aesthetic. I lived it for many years. It's near and dear to my heart. So Halloween is one of my favorite times of the year. My second favorite holiday of all. My first is 4th of July, but check out this bag. So if you're not familiar with Ipsy, the regular Glam bag, this is the regular Glam bag, you get a bag of usually sample sizes. If this would focus, you would see it says Your Magic. It doesn't want to focus. There we go. So you get an adorable bag. Look at the little charm on here. I am a sucker for these bags. I have always loved these bags. It's just a little makeup bag, you know, a little pouch bag. I have a whole bin of them over here. I've got probably 50 bags in there, but they're also great for gifting when it's that time of year. You need something to throw a little gift in there, put a little gift card in there. I just love them. Anyway, this is right up my alley. I love me some Halloween. I love me this design. I love the zodiac. I love astrology and astronomy and love this bag. They really caught me at a good time. So dig in the bag, you get a different designed bag for your $12 a month, and in this bag you will usually get 4 to 5 samples of products. Occasionally, like this month, there is a full-size product in there. We'll talk about that in a moment, but that is the regular Glam bag. And then the Glam Bag Plus is the next step up. It is $25 a month, and in that one you get full-size products. And most of the time in both bags you're getting, you know, prestige brands, you're getting high-end brands. And they actually have a third level. I think it's the ultimate level that's $50 a month. And I don't get that. I get the Glam Bag and the Glam Bag Plus in this little package. The one other thing that is non-makeup in here, they sent a candle. It's black. It speaks to my soul. It says Your Magic, and it's a black candle. I don't know much about candles. I don't burn them very often anymore. It doesn't say ingredients or anything, but it smells like a nice musky perfume, which is my favorite kind. Yeah, that like cross between, like, it's almost like that unisex sort of scent. It's like that cross between like musky, sexy kind of smell, but almost borders on like men's cologne, but it's not. That smells so good. Yeah. So, good job, Ipsy. You caught me in a good month. The Glam Bag Plus also comes in a bag of sorts. It is a larger drawstring with the same theme going on with Your Magic on the back. And you get the bag with your products. I'm wearing a bunch of them. If you would like to see what's in these bags and how they applied, keep watching. Let's start with the Glam Bag. There are a couple items in here that I will be using and a couple that are skincare, so I won't be demoing them on screen. First, we've got the Bobbi Brown Smoky Eye Mascara. I will be trying that. I love me some mascara minis. This is also makeup, but I'm not going to use it. It's the Smashbox Photo Finish Oil and Shine Control Primer. Now, Smashbox primers are full-on class. They make some really wonderful primers. The primerizer from them is one of my favorites, but I also like the original Photo Focus primer, the clear primer. The Oil and Shine Control, I have dry skin, so this is not going to be in my wheelhouse, so I'm not going to try this. My guess is it is just as lovely as their other primers. We also have, from Briogeo, this is the Farewell Frizz, the Rosarco Milk Leave-In Conditioning Spray. I actually have, or I had a while back, a full size of this. Maybe it wasn't too long ago, since quarantine. So I'm familiar with this product. It is a hair product. I will be using it. I usually use it more often when I'm letting my hair air dry because that's when it gets frizzy. If I blow dry it straight, it's usually not too frizzy. But when I leave it air dry and it's curly, it gets frizzy. So I know that I like this product. And we have in here, this appears to be a full size. This comes in two different sizes, but I think this is the 1 ounce. Yes, it is. From Sunday Riley, the A+ High Dose Retinoid Serum. I really enjoy some Sunday Riley skincare. I haven't tried a ton of it, but what I have tried, I enjoy. And this is a retinol serum that they've got two different kinds of retinol in here. The HPR retinol, which is one of the newer kinds that is supposed to be as close to retinoic acid, what your body actually needs in order to use the bioavailable version of a vitamin A, as, say, tretinoin or your Retin A. There's not a lot of, research available on it to test its potency or how effective it is compared to, say, a tretinoin, but a lot of companies are touting it as the next best thing. So it's got some of that. It's a 5% of that, but from what I'm understanding, the HPR retinoids have to be combined at a 10-to-1 ratio or 1-to-10 ratio with their binding agent. So this would be, if my math is correct, like 20% as strong as a 0.025% tretinoin, but then there's also 1% retinol in here. And it's an encapsulated retinol, which is better. And that would be on par with, like, for example, the Drunk Elephant, the A. Passioni retinol is a 1% retinol. So this has both. And it's got some blue algae that is supposed to behave on the skin like a retinol in terms of, like, wrinkle repair, texture, and stuff. So this sounds like a really nice retinol over-the-counter type of serum. I haven't tried it yet because I'm just unboxing now, but it looks really good. It also gets really good reviews. It had like 4.8 out of 5 stars on the Sunday Riley website, so I'm very happy to have this in my life. You know I love me some retinols. I will most likely be comparing it to, I am almost out of my first tube of the number 7, the new retinol night cream of theirs. They just sent me another one, so I have a backup ready and waiting in the wings. But let me know, do you guys want to see me compare my results with that to my results with this? Let me know. I'm still on Curology. My tretinoin I use 3 nights a week. I'm still trying to work my way up to 4 nights a week because, like they say, if you're in your 40s, you should do 4 nights a week. In your 30s, 3 nights a week. Your 50s, 5 nights a week, so on and so forth. I'm not there yet. Still working my way up, but okay. That is all we had in this bag, but there's another item that probably came with this bag. Here's the thing, I don't have any documentation, like to confirm what items are in the Glam Bag versus the Glam Bag Plus, so I'm kind of just winging it and guessing. There's a lovely Ipsy satin sleeping eye mask, you know, that you put on to keep everything dark. My guess from being an Ipsy member before is that sometimes they would give you things that wouldn't fit in your glam bag and it'd be shipped, you know, with the package but outside the glam bag. I'm betting that this went with the glam bag because that would make 5 products, and that's pretty normal. So that's my guess. So I'll be sleeping well with this and my satin cap that I always wear. Let's see, is there anything else that's not makeup related? Okay, we can get into this face now. What I'm wearing already is the Purito Snail Clearing BB Cream. I got this in the lightest shade. If you saw my Purito review, I will link it for you guys. I reviewed it in the second shade, the middle shade, and this is the lightest shade on me. So if you want to judge it, I'd say I'm probably in between the two shades. This is probably a little too light for me right now. The middle shade is a little too dark for me right now. I can pull off either one, but I think these two mixed are probably perfect. So get you some Purito, because I'm obsessed. And you know I do not throw that word around lately. I am loving this. I heard some bad news. This is not Ipsy related, but I think this might be being discontinued in favor of the new Cica version of their BB cream, which I did just get today. I will have it in a future Friday Foundation Fest, but if this is being discontinued, I'm so sad because I'm in love. Like, I'm so sad. I'm so sad. Okay, the other thing I've already applied came in my Glam Bag Plus. This is from Filorga. It is the Oxygen Glow for Eyes, a super smoothing, radiant eye care. So I kind of used it as primer, and it really reminds me of the Tatcha Pearl, but instead of being like a peachy tone, it's more of a pinky illuminating tone. So there it is before I spread it out. And it's got a very similar texture to it. It's slightly dewy. It feels hydrating. It's not super dewy. I don't see any signs of glitter or anything like that. They do say on the packaging that you can use it on your cheekbones for illumination. I'm not sure you would really get any illumination. Do you really see any illumination on my hand? I don't really see anything. It just looks hydrated, which is nice. I did not have any trouble putting concealer over it, so that is a good sign if you are thinking of using it kind of like a hydrating eye primer sort of a thing. They say you can use it morning and night, so you could also put this into your skincare steps if you would like. I was just thinking it might be a nice like extra boost of hydration under my dry under eyes when I'm at the makeup phase of putting my face on, so after my skincare. All right, we got a couple different brushes. I have the Firma 103. This looks to me like it would be your typical like contour brush. I'm guessing it is a synthetic brush. It feels like a synthetic brush. Like I said, I don't have any real information about these things, but it feels just like your average brush, very lightweight. Reminds me of kind of, the first thing I thought of is like the BH Cosmetics face brushes. So nothing jumping out at me as special. The other brushes though, they came in this really nice package, LaRousse. And these brushes, it's a set of face brushes. This is in the Glam Bag Plus. And they're very nice. They are this chunky, beveled sort of edge to them. They've got this sort of like smoky barrel to the brushes. And we have a flat angle brush, which I usually use as contour. There's one that they call the contour blending brush. We have a tapered face brush and a kabuki foundation brush. And these remind me a lot of the Moda Pro brushes. They're made by Royal and Langnickel, but it's one of their less expensive lines. You can get it at Walmart. They have a good weight to them. They've got nice grip to them. They feel sturdy. They feel really nice in the hand. They're comfortable to hold. I believe they're also vegan and cruelty-free and very soft. So we're going to use most of these brushes. I'm not going to use the kabuki because I already have some foundation on, but we're going to use those brushes with Next thing in the Glam Bag Plus. This is from Ciate London. It is the Extraordinary Translucent Powder. Now, they recommend that you use this for baking your under eye and for setting your face. Yeah, so it's just your typical white translucent powder that is now everywhere, as tends to be the case with loose translucent powders. Let's just start with the face brush. I'm going to dip it in and tap it off and lightly set to my face. When I'm setting, I like to do pressing motions, so I like a really soft brush for that. And then once I've got all of the product in place, I'll then go and smooth everything out. This looks really smooth. It did do a bit of sort of immediate mattifying. It looks a little dry on my under eye, even though I pretty much used a very minimal amount. I'm not going to attempt to bake with this because it's already making my under eyes look a little bit dry. So it took down the luminance from the BB cream. So I'm going to say this might be one that's better for normal combo oily skin. It did mention controlling shine on the packaging, and things that control shine tend to be drying on me. We'll see though, it's very pretty. There's no caking anywhere. It looks very smooth. You really can't see the powder. All it did was really set everything, take away the tacky sensation, and looks really smooth. My under eyes are so prone to looking dry though that it's pretty hard to appease them. Let's do a little bit of bronzer. Let's do some contour first. NYX Sweet Cheeks, this is So Taupe. It's actually blush, but I like it for contour. And this is the new formula versus their older one. They do seem to be the same color to me. It's a beautiful undertone for contour for fair skin. This brush feels very soft. Doesn't feel like anything revolutionary, just feels like your typical angle brush. It's pretty much exactly what I would expect, which is good. I don't like surprises with things like this. I don't heavily contour at all. I really just put down a little color and blend it upward. While this side, I look like I did a lot heavier than this side, don't I? Maybe I have to take that back. I contour very heavily. We're just gonna go with what we got. We will blend it out with the other brush. I like these brushes for placing contour color, and I do place my contour a little bit higher than my actual hollows of my cheeks, just to sort of raise things up a little bit. In your aging, things start to droop. We want to lift them back up. Bronzer, I didn't get one out. Let's go with Charlotte. Digging my Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Airbrush Bronzer. I'm gonna use the face brush again, because this is the size I like for bronzer. I have a larger brush that I usually use for face powder, and I think that's what I would probably stick with in my everyday life. This is a really soft brush as well. I wish they gave a product detail sheet, because they don't really give information on how much these products cost in retail. I'm sure you're getting an awesome deal with the $25 Glam Bag Plus. Nice brush. For blush, I'm going to use the smaller, they call it contour blending. It's about the right size for blush in my world. We are going to use the Blush Peony from Wayne Goss. Oh, it's so amazing. It's so pretty. Look how pretty it is. This brush is a little more firm than I usually do for a blush brush, but it's doing the job just fine. They don't have a highlight brush in here, so I'm just going to use the Wayne Goss, and of course the Wayne Goss highlight. The last bit of makeup we have in the Ipsy bag. I'm going to use, we have two eyeshadow palettes. They're both really good looking for fall. The first one is from Illuminati. It is a quad palette. It's called Enlightened. Let's swatch it because I'm going to use the other one. The matte is a little darker than skin tone on me. There's the second matte, the dark shimmer, and the light shimmer. Let me try to get that light shimmer again because it's kind of one of those like fingertip foil kind of shades. It's got some reflect to it. It's really pretty. Your typical fall color scheme here. It's a very pretty shade. It's more of a topper sort of a thing. It's got that sort of less opacity to it. The other palette is the one I'm going to use. I actually have a dupe of this, one of the C-Color minis. This is from Huda Beauty. It is the Mauve Obsessions mini. I'm pretty sure I have a dupe of it. This is more my color scheme, the pinks, the mauves. These are nice little palettes because they do have a mirror on the inside. Great for all the travel that I'm not doing right now. But anyway, let's dip in. I have already primed my eyes with the MAC Paint Pot in Painterly, and don't judge my brushes. I need to wash my brushes so bad, you guys. This is the Sigma E25. I'm gonna do a little bit of the Wayne Goss trick, keeping my eye open. It does a really good job at keeping with your natural eye shape when you do your crease like this. I'm really enjoying this little hack of his. I did a video on this hack. If you missed it, I will link it in the cards. So that was the middle shade. Did I not say that? Now I'm gonna go in with the shade next to it and do just the lightest bit that I can do, sort of above the crease, just to give it a little bit of that corally shade to it. This is the Wayne Goss number 20 brush. Just to give it a little more warmth than that beigey brown. There's not really a shade that's light enough that I would use as a transition shade. So this is a pretty bold transition for me, but what we can do, there's a like an off-white here that we might be able to tone it down just a little. I'm going to take that same shade and a MAC 233 and place that on the outer half of my lid. This is just going to be a base to give a little bit of depth to the shimmer I'm going to put down. I wiped off that brush. I'm going to go in with the pink shimmer here. We'll see if this needs fingertips. It looks like it's going to be fine with a brush. It's picking up just fine. I'm going to place that over what I just did. It's got a nice reflect to it. This palette looks like Christmas to me. Or like cranberries on Thanksgiving. Wiped off the same brush again. I'm going to go in with this top corner, the lightest of the shimmers. and use this on the inner half of my lid. I'm going to lay down the color first on the bare part of my lid. And then when we get to this overlap, I'm going to get just a little more product, and I'm going to do it super lightly. First, I'm going to lay down what I just picked up, and now I'm just going to wiggle back and forth very lightly, barely touching my eye, to blend the two together. Sometimes you will have to go back and forth between the two colors to get it the way you want it, but that blended very easily. I'm gonna go back with the Wangoss 20 and this sort of cooler toned, it's almost a plum brown in the outer corner and crease. I'm gonna do my little hail to Nisha at Sugar Puff and Fluff for her concept of the outer 7 instead of the outer V, as we, with droopy outer corners, like to raise our outer corner and think of it as a 7 instead of a V going out the side of our eyes to help lift everything. I'm going to take what's left into my crease. This is a beautiful shade. I'm going to take that same color from the bottom corner and my Wangoss 05 and take a little bit to the lower lash line. I'm going to take that lightest shimmer on my pinky and hit that inner corner. Tight line, Urban Decay 24/7. Curl the lashes. All right, let's get the last piece from the Glam Bag, the Bobbi Brown. This is the Smoky Eye Mascara. What kind of wand do we have? Ooh, I like it. Looks like a combo between my favorite kind of bushy brush, not super pokey, because it looks like it's still, I don't know what they actually are, but they look like pipe cleaners to me. Like, I think that would be what I think they're made of. It does not look like a plastic pokey. I'm not very good with the plastic pokies because I poke my eye quite regularly and they're dangerous to me. This is doing that really nice million lash kind of thing. I like the million lash look. I love when you look like you have tons and tons of separate individual lashes where it doesn't clump them up. This is of course personal preference on how you like your mascara to look, so it's really hard to review mascaras. Everybody likes something different, but there's one code. That's nice. That's what I like. It's a lot of lashes. I really do enjoy a little bit more volume at the base of the lash, but this is doing a nice job of lengthening and it's maintaining the individual lashes. Let's do 2 coats on this side. I normally wear 2 coats of mascara, and then we can compare it to my non-mascara side. It's a nice brush for the lower lash line as well because it's not super long in the bristles. All right, let's take a look. That's a nice mascara. I like this. All right, let me do my other eye, get my brows, a lip. I'll be right back. Here we go. Lip is from Lancome, the L'Absolu in Rose Revolution. I bought it thinking it was a little more pink, and I think we got more of a berry thing going on, but that's okay. It kind of works with the whole Huda mauve kind of thing. What do you think, guys? I think we have some winners here. I think it's a great value for your $25 or your $12, depending which bag you got. In terms of the products, I think the Illuminati palette is beautiful if you are into the warm tones. I don't go warm toned very often, but it seems really pretty. The Huda Beauty, I already knew that these palettes are lovely. Not this particular palette, but other Huda Beauty. The formula is lovely. So thumbs up. I think this is lovely as well. The brush set, particularly the little Roos one, I think is a very nice brush set. And I didn't use the Firma brush, but it just strikes me as a decent brush. The Ciate London powder, I think it's beautiful. I do think it's beautiful. Might be a tiny bit drying if you have dry skin, but very, very, very pretty. I do like the eye cream, the Filorga eye cream. I think it looked lovely underneath my concealer. Love the Bobbi Brown mascara. This definitely gets a thumbs up. There you have it. There's my Ipsy bag. Thank you again to Ipsy for gifting me the Glam Bag and the Glam Bag Plus. I'm not sure how long I will receive them, but I will continue unboxing them and trying them on as long as I am getting them. So if you enjoy these unboxings, if you want me to keep trying them on, give me a thumbs up down below. Please subscribe if you haven't already. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And as always, thanks a lot for taking some time out of your day to geek out over makeup with me. I appreciate it, and I hope you guys all have an awesome day or night wherever you are in the world. Take care of each other. Bye-bye.